Welcome to Wise Hearts Connect. Today we are at the Rose Gardens in Portland and doing some face readings. I am a face reader and I was wondering, would you be receptive to having your face read? Just a 5 minutes. Sure. Sir? Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks. I'm Hilarey.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ashley.
Ashlyn, good to see you. What I noticed first about you is you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, how do I say, there is a depth to you. And I also noticed that you have really beautiful lips, and that would be suggestive of someone who likes to eat and talk. Do you have like...
I'm a talker.
Are you a talker?
Sure.
Yeah, and also you have pronounced teeth, which would also lead to probably talking more. Do you sing?
No.
No? Well, I would encourage you to consider that because I bet you could also do that. Yeah. You also have something that is very lucky in face reading, dimples, and that is suggestive of a little extra charm. So in your life, have you been able to sort of get away with, like, I don't know, being a little bit naughty?
A lot.
A lot? Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see here. What else pops out? You have a little mole on your chin, actually, a little bit under there.
Yeah.
And that, I'm curious, actually, because when it's a little higher up, it could be suggestive of someone who has in their family lineage, and in your case, it would be your maternal side. I guess I'd say like either healers or like witchy women.
Yeah.
Like herbalists or...
Yeah, my mom would do like palm readings and like tea leaf readings as well.
Awesome. Very interesting. Yeah, cool. Hi, I'm Hilarey. I practice face reading. Would you be receptive to having your face read?
Good.
Yeah, good to meet you. What's your name?
Christian.
Christian. Let's see here. Can I have you take your hat off?
Yes.
Wait to see again. Can you pull your... Okay, great. Well, the first thing I notice about you is that you have a real... like earthy, practical side. So what do you do for work?
I work at Home Depot.
At Home Depot, okay. And so basically you do, how do I say, do you do your own building projects, or do you like to have your hands on things? Like
More of a handson
kind of person. Yep, awesome. Let's see here, what else? Well, you have dimples too.
Do I?
A little bit here. Yeah, and do you have that extra charm where you can kind of get away with things?
I mean, I got away with her, so...
Good. You also have a pretty rounded face, which usually suggests somebody who's trustworthy. Like, do you find that people kind of gravitate, well, I guess even with your work, like at Home Depot, people like want help from you?
Yeah, I give that sense away, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. And then you also have really strong eyebrows, which suggests a hearty liver, but also like a real ability to do things, right? Like practical sense, like building things, but also maybe a little bit of competitive edge. Do you have a history as an athlete? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played basketball in high school and soccer.
And soccer?
So grew up on sports.
On sports. And then how did you do? Were you pretty, how do I say, did you, if not win scholarships, like you were a star on the team?
I would say so, yes, but that's me not bragging.
Okay, well, no, I'm pushing you to explore that. Yeah, Good. Let's see here. You have a mole on your ear, and yeah, I guess when I'm looking at your ears, the nice thing is that you have a real fleshy earlobe, which suggests that you would be taken care of later in life, that you don't have to worry essentially about money. So maybe when you're thinking longer term, if you could set that fear aside, it looks like you'll be taken care of. But I would also say that you probably are pretty practical when it comes to money.
Too. Held up.
Could say so, yeah.
Like not a wild investor. No. But your nostrils are a little bit large, and that would actually suggest somebody who's really pretty generous. Yeah?
I'm pretty generous.
You're generous in terms of sharing your resources?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Awesome. The other thing that you have is really fleshy temples, and what that would suggest is that you really I don't know, that you savor being alive, that you, how do I say, you probably don't tend towards drinking or doing a lot of drugs. Like, you want to be here. Is that?
Yeah, more of an outdoorsy kind of person, wanting to do a lot of stuff outside.
Yeah, like
drinking, all that other stuff doesn't really, not gravitated towards it.
Yeah,
so
it's like you savor aliveness and being out doing things, like, I guess I'd say honing the natural pleasures of life without any kind of, like, I guess probably not too much of a tendency towards depression. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you're lucky in that way. And I suppose the other question I have for you, I'm testing this out because I don't know how accurate it is, but you have a very refined Cupid's bow on your lip. Your lips are pretty like chiseled, especially your upper lip. And I'm wondering, are you really good at like distinguishing tastes? So like if you eat a meal, you can kind of pick out the different ingredients in there?
Sometimes. I think it's...
or a sensitivity to what you eat?
I don't know, because I'm more of, whenever I go to restaurants, I pretty much go for like what I like rather than exploring
like what's
other
tried
tastes.
and true. Okay.
Right.
And then how is your digestion? Do you have like a sensitivity? Like you kind of like digestively you prefer to eat what is familiar to you? No, you're willing
I can eat anything.
Okay. An iron stomach.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I have that, and essentially the suggestion is like a refined taste, or the ability to pick out different herbs, perhaps.
We're down.
Good. Yeah. Any questions?
No, first time. So.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm a face reader, and I was wondering if you would like a little 5-minute face reading.
I don't know what that means.
I could tell you more about it.
I don't have any money.
No, it's free. This is free.
Yeah,
I mean, we're recording it if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not?
5 minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes? Okay, great. I'm Hilarey. Michelle, good to see you. Can I give you a mic?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. One of the first things that I noticed about you is that you're very direct in life. Would you agree with that?
I think so.
Yeah. It's like how do I say, you look at someone, it's like you're pretty clear about, where you're going, where you're headed. Like, yeah. You also have, let's see here, nice life purpose lines. Now, I know working at a medical spa that these are things that people want to get rid of, but these lines here, their nasal labial folds, are called life purpose lines. And it occurs to me that you're really, beyond being clear in your presentation, like where you're going, you also have a real sense of what you're doing with your life. Would you agree?
I 75% of the time.
75%. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to change my mind.
And did you, I guess, career-wise, like how does that manifest? Have you been in the same career for a long time, or?
Been working in hospitality for like 13, 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about it, out of curiosity, draws you to it? Like
helping others.
Helping others. Yeah. So that's like been a clear focus. Yeah. Also, you have a mole on your chin, and that would suggest that maybe someone in your father's lineage was sort of magical, maybe like an herbalist or a healer of some sort. Do you?
I don't know my father's side of the
You
family.
don't know your father's side?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's that.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you research that, if you might find that.
Yeah.
You also have fortunate a little bit of fleshiness here, which is considered to be a little extra resource in terms of like how do I say, like you don't have to want for things in life. You have a little bit of abundance. Would you say that that's true? Yeah. Like ultimately, like you have a nice full life of the pleasantries of life.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like as much as like what people might think is abundance, might not agree with, but I think that I feel like
you feel like you do, and that's the key piece, right? I mean, historically, 1,000 years ago in China, right?
Yeah.
The idea would be like if you had extra food for the winter and maybe a little extra beyond that to like feed the neighbors, like you are considered to be wealthy.
Right.
So yeah. And then it sounds like with your, I don't know, perspective on life being about hospitality and, you know, giving and making people comfortable, like that would be kind of, I guess, innate to also have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good. Let's see here. I guess those are the things that kind of pop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was fun. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.